Every year, British households collectively throw away hundreds of millions of pounds on fridges that break within 5 years. Samsung, LG, Hotpoint, Indesit. The names are everywhere, the marketing is everywhere. And somewhere inside that glossy packaging, those touchscreen panels and those built-in ice makers that freeze solid within 18 months, there is a calculation made before you ever walked into the store. The calculation is this: the more features they add, the more things there are to fail. The more things there are to fail, the sooner you come back and buy another one. But there are 3 brands sitting quietly on the same shelves, priced at a fraction of what you will pay for a Samsung family hub, built with fewer moving parts, and backed by warranty coverage that the premium brands cannot match. Nobody talks about them, Currys does not put them on the feature wall, the influencer unboxing videos skip straight past them. Today we are going to talk about them. Before we dive in, comment where you are watching from and click subscribe. Here is the first thing you need to understand. Buying a fridge in Britain is not the same calculation as buying one in Germany, Japan, or anywhere that does not have a culture of buying on finance and upgrading every 4 years. Britain has a specific set of conditions that make the fridge market uniquely punishing for the consumer. The energy cost problem. Your fridge runs 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. According to Which and confirmed under the April 2026 energy price cap, the average freestanding fridge freezer costs around £74 a year to run. An F-rated model can cost over £94 a year. An A-rated model can run for as little as £38 a year. Over 10 years, that difference is worth over £500 in electricity alone. The fridge with the lowest sticker price and the worst energy rating is not cheap. It is expensive over the time, and nobody puts that number on the box. The complexity trap. The British consumer has been trained to associate features with value: ice makers, water dispensers, smart screens, Wi-Fi connectivity, internal cameras so you can check your groceries from the supermarket. Every single one of these features is a component that can fail. Samsung's ice maker is so notorious for freezing solid that it has generated a class action lawsuit in multiple markets. LG's linear compressor, marketed as a revolutionary engineering achievement, became so widely associated with catastrophic cooling failure that it generated its own class action lawsuit filed as recently as 2025, citing over 3,800 documented complaints. The repair cost when an LG linear compressor fails is north of £600. The fridge typically costs £800 to £1,200 new. At that point, you are not repairing an appliance. You are deciding whether to throw it away and start again. The brand consolidation problem. What looks like a market with a dozen competing brands is not a market with a dozen competing brands. Whirlpool owns Hotpoint, Indesit, and Bauknecht. Haier Group owns Hoover, Candy, and a controlling stake in Fisher & Paykel. What looks like comparison shopping is often one company's production line wearing different badges. The failure architecture does not change when the badge does. The finance trap. Currys and AO offer buy, now pay later on refrigerators. This matters because the monthly payment becomes the psychological price of the appliance. When the monthly payment is small enough, the total cost disappears. You stop asking how long it will last. You stop checking the energy rating. You start asking whether the stainless steel finish matches your kitchen. The retailer is counting on this. The manufacturer is counting on this. You are the only one in the transaction who's not counting on it. I want to be clear about what this is based on, because a lot of appliance content online is built on affiliate deals, sponsored placement, and manufacturer PR kits. This is built on 4 things. First, Which magazine's Fridge and Fridge Freezer Reliability Survey, conducted in July 2025, covering 5,132 fridge freezers, and the fridge reliability data covering owners of more than a dozen major brands including Beko, Hisense, Hotpoint, Indesit, and Samsung, which is the closest thing Britain has to a genuinely independent appliance authority. Their reliability data is based on real ownership records, not 30-day showroom tests. Second, Trustpilot and FIFO verified review data from 2024 and 2025, looking specifically at post-warranty failure patterns. The pattern that separates a good budget brand from a bad one is never visible in the first 6 months. It becomes visible in years 2 through 5 when the warranty has expired and the manufacturer's interest in you has evaporated. Third, appliance repair industry data. The people who see the truth about fridges are not reviewers in showrooms. They are the independent engineers called in after the warranty has run out, whose feedback on which brands have accessible, affordable parts and which are essentially disposable after failure is the most useful intelligence available. Fourth, energy consumption data from which, and the Energy Saving Trust, cross-referenced against current UK electricity prices under the April 2026 price cap. The running cost of an appliance over 10 years is as important as its purchase price. Sometimes more so. No brand paid for placement on this list. The 3 brands featured here would likely prefer their margins not be discussed this publicly. That is how you know we are doing it. Right. To understand why these 3 brands are gold mines, you need to understand what a refrigerator is supposed to be at its core. In the 1960s, the average British fridge was a white steel box with a single compressor, a thermostat, a light, and a set of wire shelves. No ice maker, no touchscreen, no Wi-Fi. A motor that ran at a steady speed, cooled a sealed space and turned off. Parts were universal. A well-made fridge from this era ran for 20 to 30 years without significant intervention. Then 2 things happened simultaneously and changed everything. The first was planned obsolescence. The large appliance manufacturers realized that a product designed to last 30 years generates 1 purchase cycle per customer. A product designed to last 7 years generates 3 or 4. Components were downgraded. Parts availability was deliberately shortened. The sealed compressor became the sealed system that makes the appliance economically irreparable when it fails. The second was feature inflation. An ice maker cost the manufacturer approximately £18 to include in production. When it fails in year 3, the authorised engineer repair quote is £150 to £220 plus call-out. The manufacturer has already been paid. The ice maker was never for you. It was a justification for a higher sticker price. Goldmine number 1. Beko. Beko does not look exciting. The branding is functional. The showroom presence at Currys is modest. There is no ambassador, no lifestyle campaign, no aspirational kitchen setting with a Michelin-starred chef opening the door. And that is precisely the point. Beko won the Which Best Value Home Appliance Brand Award for both 2024 and 2025. 2 consecutive years of independent consumer assessment at the top of the value category across the entire UK market. They have sold over 30 million appliances in the UK since 1990, hold a 4.2 out of 5 on Trustpilot from over 43,000 verified reviews, and are recommended by 92% of customers on FIFO. None of these numbers come from a press release. The specific technical reason Beko fridges outperform their price point is their compressor architecture. Beko uses straightforward hermetic compressor technology. There is no linear compressor, no inverter board with proprietary firmware, and no multi-zone cooling system that needs 3 separate fan assemblies. It is a sealed compressor driving refrigerant around a simple system. When it eventually fails, the repair architecture is accessible, parts are available, and independent engineers who have serviced Beko for a decade know exactly where to look. Real owners report Beko larder fridges running for 15 years with nothing but a drip tray clean. These are not anomalies. They are the result of engineering for durability rather than feature density. Beko also registers their large appliances for a 10-year parts guarantee if you register within 90 days of purchase. A 10-year parts guarantee from a brand that has been selling in the UK for over 30 years is not a marketing promise. It is a statement about what they expect from the components they put inside the machine. The UK-specific advantage is that Beko makes models rated for operation in unheated outbuildings and garages down to ambient temperatures below 10 degrees Celsius. This is a genuinely British problem. Millions of UK households run a second fridge or freezer in an unheated garage. Most manufacturer warranties explicitly exclude failure caused by operating below the minimum ambient temperature, leaving owners of garage fridges with void warranties from day one. Beko have engineered and warranted for this use case specifically. That matters in a country where the kitchen is full and the garage is cold. The one genuine weakness is Beko's quality control at the budget end of their range. It is inconsistent. Some individual units have failed early, and their customer service response when this happens is not universally praised. The strategy with Beko is to buy the mid-range, not the cheapest entry-level unit. £280 to £380 is where the engineering investment shows. £180 entry models are where the cost-cutting starts. Goldmine. Number 2. Hisense. Hisense is a Chinese manufacturer founded in 1969, and it is now one of the largest appliance companies in the world, with plants across Mexico, South Africa, Slovenia and China. In Britain, they are best known as a budget television brand. Their fridges are underrated to a degree that borders on irrational. The Hisense RB395N4FE, a 60s to 40 split fridge freezer, has 55 verified FIFO reviews from Currys customers, the overwhelming majority rating it exceptional value. It retails at around £329 to £379. For that price, you get a no-frost fridge with multi-flow air circulation, a water dispenser, and A-rated energy efficiency. Comparable Samsung or LG models start at £550 and climb past £1,000 for equivalent specification. Hisense can price this way because of manufacturing scale. Their home appliance division grew profit by 34.6% in the first half of 2024. They are not a struggling brand cutting corners to survive, they are a scaling manufacturer passing genuine cost advantages to the consumer. The United Kingdom advantage is that Hisense's 60 to 40 range fits the standard British kitchen dimension precisely. No modification, no awkward gap, no slight overhang on the worktop. In an era where British kitchens have not materially changed their standard dimensions, and premium brands have started adding unnecessary width to justify a higher tier positioning, a 60 cm deep, 60 cm wide fridge freezer that actually fills the standard cavity is a practical advantage that does not appear on any specification sheet but matters every single time you open the door. The one genuine weakness is that Hisense's UK aftercare service response time has drawn legitimate criticism. Reviews from 2025 cite wait times of over a week for a warranty engineer appointment. If something goes wrong and you need it fixed fast, the Hisense service network is not the fastest in the country. Buy from a retailer with a strong own brand care plan, or accept that the warranty repair window may be uncomfortable. The fridge itself is good value. The aftercare infrastructure is a work in progress. Goldmine. Number 3, Blomberg. Blomberg is the brand that people in the appliance trade mention when they think no one from the public is listening. It is a Turkish manufacturer, part of the same Arçelik group that owns Beko. It sits one tier above Beko in build quality and specification, and 2 tiers below what you would pay for a comparable Bosch or Siemens. Tradespeople say the name with a quiet respect, which tracks Blomberg separately from Beko in its reliability survey. The sample size is modest at 40 owners, so caution is warranted, but the failure pattern data from that group, combined with consistent appliance trade endorsement, tells a story of a product engineered to last. Blomberg uses Beko-derived compressor technology, with incremental improvements in build finish and door tolerances, seals that close more precisely, shelving with less play, and drawer mechanisms that still operate without resistance after years of use. None of this appears in an unboxing video. The specific technical reason Blomberg is worth the small premium over Beko is door seal longevity. The leading cause of premature compressor failure in mid-range fridges is a seal that warps under Britain's seasonal thermal cycling, letting warm air in, forcing the compressor to work harder and shortening its life by years. Blomberg seals are manufactured to a tighter tolerance. That difference compounds into lower running costs and a longer appliance lifespan. The UK-specific advantage is that Blomberg has a stronger independent repair network in the UK than Hisense. Because Blomberg shares component architecture with Beko, and Beko has been a major volume seller in Britain for over 30 years, independent appliance engineers know how to service Blomberg products, where to source the parts, and how much the repair is likely to cost. Accessibility of independent repair is the single most underrated factor in the total cost of appliance ownership. A fridge you can have repaired by a local independent engineer for £80 is worth more over 10 years than a fridge that requires an authorised engineer at £150 plus parts that have a 6-week import lead time. The one genuine weakness is that Blomberg's retail availability is narrower than Beko or Hisense. You will not find the full Blomberg range at Currys. Independent appliance retailers, online specialists, and some John Lewis branches carry them. The search takes slightly longer. It is worth it. If you own a Beko, Hisense, or Blomberg fridge, Drop a comment right now and tell me how long you have had it and whether it has given you any problems. My guess is a significant number of you are going to say it is still running fine after 7 or 8 years. I am also going to guess that a meaningful number of you with Samsung or LG fridges are going to say you are on your second or third machine in the same period. That is not a coincidence. That is the business model. 3 rules for buying a budget fridge in Britain. Rule 1. Check the energy rating label, not the marketing headline. The new UK energy efficiency scale runs from A to G. Most of what Currys puts on the feature wall is D or E rated. A D-rated fridge freezer uses around 130 kilowatt hours per year, at a cost of approximately £44 a year to run. An F-rated model can cost over £94 a year. Over 10 years, the difference between a D and an F-rated model is over £500 in electricity at current UK prices. That £500 is invisible at the point of purchase and completely predictable at the point of sale. The retailer knows it. The manufacturer knows it. Write down the annual kilowatt hours figure from the energy label and multiply it by 25 pence. That is your annual running cost. Do it for every fridge you are comparing before you make a decision. Rule 2. Register for the extended parts guarantee within 90 days of purchase. Beko offers a 10-year parts guarantee on large appliances registered within 90 days of purchase. This is not automatic. You have to register. Most people do not register. Most people discover this when they need a part in year 7 and are told they are out of the standard warranty. Go to the Beko website on the day the appliance is delivered, enter the serial number and register it. 90 days. It costs nothing. It is worth knowing about before you need it. Rule 3. Buy from a retailer with the physical repair network, not purely a price comparison aggregator. The cheapest price for a Beko or Hisense fridge is often on a marketplace site or a price comparison aggregator. The cheapest price is not always the best total proposition. John Lewis, ASO, and major independent retailers offer installation, removal of the old appliance, and in some cases extended care plans that change the economics of a budget appliance significantly. A £329 Hisense fridge with a 3-year care plan from AO is a different proposition from a £329 Hisense fridge with a standard 1-year manufacturer warranty from aggregator. Calculate the total package, not just the unit price. The maths. Option 1. You buy a Samsung American-style fridge freezer for £1,100. The ice maker freezes solid in year 2. The authorised engineer call-out costs £100. The repair costs £180. The ice maker freezes again in year 3. You disable it and live without it. The linear compressor develops a fault in year 6. The repair quote comes back at £650. The fridge cost £1,100. You replace it. The energy rating was D, costing approximately £44 a year to run. Over 6 years, that is £264 in electricity. Total spent over 6 years, over £1,600 for a fridge you no longer have. Option 2. You buy a Beko fridge freezer for £320. You register it within 90 days and receive the 10-year parts guarantee. The energy rating is D, running at approximately £44 a year. It runs without instant for 10 years. The door seal wears at year 8. An independent engineer replaces it for £65 including parts and labour. Total spent over 10 years, £385 purchase price, £440 in energy, £65 in one repair. Just under £900 total. For a fridge you still have, The Samsung cost nearly double over a shorter period and is gone. The Beko's still running and has cost you less. The sticker price is a trap. The total cost of ownership is the number that matters. Nobody puts that number on the feature wall at Currys. The British fridge market is not designed in your interest. It is designed to maximise the revenue per customer per decade by selling you a feature-dense, complexity-heavy appliance at a premium price, funded by buy now, pay later, running at an energy rating that costs you extra every single month, with components that are uneconomical to repair when they fail on schedule. Beko, Hisense, Blomberg. 3 brands sitting on the same shelves, ignored by the same people who will spend 3 times the money on a name they recognise from a television advert. The name recognition was bought with a marketing budget. The reliability was not. That is not bad luck. That is the business model. And now you know how to step outside it. If this video saved you money on your next fridge, subscribe now so you never miss one. Share it with anyone about to walk into Currys and point at the Samsung on the feature wall. That is all.